like any good Marvel Rivals player, I instant lock DPS, and if we lose, it's everyone else's problem. The tank didn't tank enough, the supports didn't heal enough, couldn't possibly be me missing all my shots and instantly dying. The team just sucks. We got team diffed and no heals, GG's. But anyways, it goes without saying that Marvel Rivals kind of has a DPS problem, right? There's too many DPS characters in this game. Majority of the player base in this game wants to play DPS because it's the most fun role, right? Getting to murk anyone on the enemy team and feeling like the main character is kind of like the most power fantasy thing. And we are playing a hero shooter. We are playing a superhero, so being a superhero and murking people is kind of just fun as shit compared to sitting there and getting your butt fucked because you're the only tank and having the whole enemy team bukkake all their cooldowns down your throat, or being a support and getting railed by Spider-Man and Black Panther instantly as soon as you take a step out of your spawn door. So it goes to us saying that DPS is kind of the most fun and the most overpopulated category in this game. And Marvel Rivals has dug a pretty deep hole with only having planned DPS characters for the startup of this game. We know that they have all these characters planned and they just kind of made them DPS characters, right? All the planned characters were already DPSs before the game was even announced, before we even knew that having no tanks and having no supports would be a problem. So what better thing to do than removing the shovel from the Marvel Rivals dev team and giving them a fucking excavator? Because we're not here to fix the problem, we're here to make it worse, right? We're here to dig an even bigger hole and add more DPS characters into this category. And if you've seen my other two videos, if you've seen the support or tank video, you know that, hey bro, I kind of tried. I threw my hat in the ring. If you want to see me try and give more support characters and more tank characters to this game, just go watch those two videos, because this video, we're just making the DPS problem worse, baby. Starting off with Deadpool, and bro, this character has already been pretty much fucking leaked. Yuri Lowenthal and I did the Spider-Man voice actor thing and leaked whoever is coming into the game, as well as voice lines came out during and before the recording of this video, that this character is already fucking coming to the game, right? So DPS is kind of the only thing that I think fits specifically for Deadpool. I think there are ways to have him become a support, but I feel like you just lose so much of Deadpool's identity by turning him into a support character or a tank even, which just makes him fit the most into the DPS category. He's a character with swords and guns, bro. I don't know how you make that a support character, bro. Having him be a DPS kind of just fits the most for me. Moves me on to Cyclops. He shoots giant ass red lasers, bro. His lasers are pure kinetic force that disintegrates planets. I don't know how the fuck you turn that into a support character, bro. I don't know how you make this character a fucking tank, so I'm not gonna try. And I don't know how the devs would, so I don't want them to try either. So just make him a DPS character, bro. I want to be able to optic blast people from across the fucking map. I want to be able to shoot giant ass lasers at people and disintegrate them, bro. I want to be able to turn people into Ultimate Universe Magneto. So simple, just laser people, bro. Let me laser people. Let me murder everyone. Which brings me on to Carnage. It's a red blood symbiote with blades and knives everywhere, bro. This thing screams murderous intent. I do not know how the fuck you turn this guy into a tank, bro, or into a healer, or into a fucking support. It's a dude covered in knives, made of blood. Make him a DPS, bro. Let me dive the back line and kind of rip people to shreds. His whole thing is turning people into Swiss cheese, so why not make him a support? Not support. Why not make him into a DPS? There is one specific thing that I mentioned in a very old video concept before the game had arrived, right? For Venom that I want brought in for Carnage specifically, which is Dead Bite. And if you don't know what Dead Bite is, this is Dead Bite. I want to be able to do this to people, right? I want this as an ult that explodes forward, that lets me do a lot of damage, right? That covers an area. I want this skill in the game. We didn't get it with Venom, but I want it with Carnage, right? Anything else that Venom did not have that's kind of cool that I mentioned in that Venom video, just give it to Carnage, right? And that's pretty much it. Green Goblin, he throws bombs at people that explode into laughing gas. I don't know how the fuck you turn that into a support ability. So, or even a tank. So just make him a flying DPS that blows people up. It's pretty simple. It's in line with his character. He's the king of terrorizing people, bro. Just make him a DPS. So simple enough. I just want to blow shit up and terrorize people. Fits perfectly into his character. They've already nailed the feeling of playing Spider-Man, so making Green Goblin should be easy. easy enough. Just blow shit up. So easy enough character, which brings me on a Daredevil, and this is the second character that was kind of leaked. We kind of know this character is coming, right? He is a blind acrobat with billy clubs. I don't know how you fucking turn that into a support or a tank, so just make him a DPS. And we know that he's gonna be DPS anyways, I feel. He's kind of just on this list because he's cool as shit. And I wanna play Daredevil, but I don't have a kit in mind, and I'm pretty sure the dev team already made up a kit for him anyway. So there's voice lines leaked for this character. So Daredevil, DPS. I mean, he's already planned to make the rabbit hole bigger. So moving on, Quicksilver. And I love Quicksilver. I love speedy characters just in general. And we do not have a speedster. We have fast characters. We have quick DPS characters, but Quicksilver is kind of just the epitome. He should be the ultimate quick as fuck character in this game, right? I want to be able to terrorize and let me beat the shit out of people at supersonic speeds, bro. If Quicksilver is not the most annoying terrorist character in this game, if he is to drop, then they just kind of fucked him up, bro. He should be a menace to society. He should be annoying as shit to fight against. He should be what people think Spider-Man is in this game. And if you're still complaining, Spider-Man is not that bad, bro. But Quicksilver committing war crimes against the enemy team's support characters. Whenever I pick Quicksilver, bro, I wanna run up walls, I wanna drag people across the map, I wanna beat the shit out of everyone, bro. Quicksilver should feel extremely cool to play and extremely annoying for the enemy team. Which I guess leads me on to the last character, which is Gamora. I know this list is a bit shorter than the other list for the tanks and the supports, but pretty simple, bro. Any Marvel character could fit into the DPS category, which Gamora, and I guess, well, since we're here, I could mention Nebula. Gamora and Nebula, which are the last two characters for the Guardians team, I do not see any of these two as a support or a tank character. I mean, Nebula, I guess, could fit a bit into the support role because of her metallic arm and her genetics and stuff. But Gamora specifically, like, she just has a giant sword, bro. I do not know how the fuck you turn that into a support, bro. Her whole thing is being a martial artist and decapitating people. I don't know how you turn that into a support character or into a tank for that matter. She is also slimmer, right? Of the Guardians cast, I'm pretty sure Star-Lord is the only DPS character that is from the Guardians. Everyone else that's in the game already would come to the game, would kind of fit into tank or support. Like, they turned Adam Warlock into a support, so turning Gamora into a support as well kind of redundant, right? Like, the whole Guardians team is full of support and tanks. Just make Gamora a DPS character and let me terrorize people as well. So yeah, honestly, that's kind of it. I kind of just added people that were kind of missing from the other two videos that kind of fit into their groups or their teams that were missing, or characters or popular characters that didn't make it into those other lists that I just cannot for the life of me think of them as anything else but DPS characters. So I really don't need to help Marvel Rivals make the DPS problem any worse. They're kind of doing that themselves, with two of the characters on this list having been leaked already to be coming anyways. So the dev team is doing a great enough job at making every character in the Marvel universe a DPS character, right? You made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to do all that YouTube stuff, like, share, and subscribe. And if you're feeling kind of generous and want to help support the channel, there are links in the description that'll help you do that. It helps me maintain the YouTube channel and keep going. I'll see you guys around.